I know you're thinking, man, I missed Wednesday. Well, I can't say I missed it either, but I did. Obviously, we didn't have our 365 essential questions yesterday, our 12:15 hour. That was in part this week has been interesting. Sometimes in the life of the church, you have meetings that creep in, and one of those meetings crept in, and I had the meeting that took place yesterday, and I was in Greenwood, Indiana, and so the travel there and the time I got back and all. I wanted to do a live one just to tell you, hey, one thing I learned is to love, to care, and to walk with people. And if you're in that place where you need some hurt, you're healing, we'd love to be that place where you can just be you, come and connect, and just be present in the moment and heal from a hurt and connect in a way. But knowing that we are all loved and we all need to hear that, and we all need to know that we were valued in the midst of life and where we're at. But we're going to jump today. We're going to do our devotion today. We're going to jump and talk about look past your troubles and look up. But again, before we do, I would love to invite you this Sunday. We will be worshiping here, which we always do, but we will be worshiping here. 9:30, we'll have our donuts and coffee, in our fellowship time. So if you just want to come and maybe just show up for that, you are welcome to just show up at 9:30, grab a donut, have some coffee, and just walk out the door. That is fine. Or you can also walk down the hall to the sanctuary as we worship at 10:30 here every Sunday, especially. But then this Sunday after service, we will be gathering for a pitch-in. So if you are wanting some food, some fellowship time, we're gonna pitch in together. So bring yourself, bring your friend, bring your neighbor, and say, hey, come out. We are going to gather. So that's right after our worship ends on Sunday morning at 10:30. So again, coffee hour, 9:30, 10:30 worship. Right after worship, we're going to eat together for a little bit and just fellowship. So, hey, we'd love to see you. So let's jump in. Look past your troubles, look up. 2 Kings 19:25 says, did you not hear long ago how I made it from ancient times that I formed it? God was fed up with the arrogant bragging of the Assyrian king himself, Sennacherib, or Assyrian king Essen, you can say when you read. Sometimes you may not read it right. But God had used him to punish Israel's sins, but now the Assyrian tyrant was taking all the credit for his accomplishments. God fed his list back to him. The might of his army, the pride he took in harnessing assets of the lands he conquered, and basically told him, didn't anyone tell you, you're just my tool? Assyria, for all its might, was nothing more than a cog in God's wheelhouse, turning only at God's pleasure for his purpose. It's easy to get fixed on the circumstances and lose sight of God's sovereign care. After all, the world is pretty scary. Terrorism, political unrest, financial woes. But when things seem to be spinning out of control all around you, what do you do? In other words, most of the days, remember that you are God's. You're in his hands, under his protection, and part of his plans. So no matter what you're facing, where you're facing life at, jubiliness, loneliness, sickness, God is there. And he will never abandon you. Look for him. Ask him to let you see him at the work or all around you. Excuse me. Let the knowledge of his presence cheer you up and anchor you. Cheer you up and anchor you in your trials. I love what 2 Timothy 1:7 here in the NKJV says, for God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power and love and a sound mind. Let me tell you that again. For God has not given us a spirit of fear, but a power and of love, of sound and mind. Well, hey, may your day be blessed, and look past your troubles and look up. We'd like to see you, love to see you, and connect with you as we are trying to connect to community with Jesus and doing so in different ways. And hey, we'd love to see you this Sunday. May your day be blessed.